Alright guys, so today I'm going to teach the foundation of zone. This video is definitely on the advanced side, so by now you should know force. If not, you can watch this video right here first. Zone is definitely not the easiest defense out there. It can be intimidating for a lot of people in the beginning. There are a lot of different positions, a lot of things going on, and especially if you haven't played sports that use similar concepts to this, it can be a bit of a learning curve. But that's okay. I am here to hopefully make this simple and easy to understand. So yeah, let's begin. Alright, so there are a lot of different types of defenses, and they all have pros and cons. Most people start off playing in a man-to-man defense, which looks like this. Everyone is guarding a specific person and stays on that person for the entire point. So if your person cuts out, you cover them out. If they come back in, you follow them in. It's very simple. Man-to-man is very popular because it's very easy to implement. There are no complex formations, no special positions. You can just start using it pretty much immediately. It's great for all levels. However, man-to-man has some major weaknesses. If there is someone on the other team that is really good, they can burn right past your defender and score who knows how many times. With this defense, everyone is on their own. No one else is really in a position to help with breakdowns very much. So a better solution to this would be to play a zone where players are guarding space instead of one specific person. This eliminates specific matchup problems and makes the defense work as a whole. So now, if this person tries to get the disc, you now have a person back to help contain them. With this defense, it makes it significantly harder for one player to do all the scoring. It forces other players to have to make plays. This formation is what I consider the base form of zone. It doesn't really have a name. You could call it a 3-3-1 or a pure zone, but it's where everyone is just guarding space, and there's not a whole lot of other strategy going on. In Ultimate, we don't really use this formation very much because it has a lot of weaknesses. The most popular form of zone in Ultimate is called a cup and uses a press technique on the thrower. A standard cup is made up of 3 people guarding the thrower, but they have to make sure they do not violate double team regulations. It is a double team if a defensive player other than the mark is within 10 feet of the thrower. If you don't know what that means, I have a video that goes over the rules and this in a lot more detail that you can check out. The cup's job is to apply pressure on the thrower and to force the disc in a specific direction. The first thing you need to do if you are playing in the cup is to figure out what force your team is playing. You can force to the right, the middle, or the left. The force will change depending on team preferences and strategy. The cup is responsible for marking for the entire point. So if the disc is thrown here, the cup comes over and marks here. If it gets thrown here, they come over and mark here. And if it gets thrown here, they come over and mark here. Hopefully you don't get broken as badly as that last throw, but that is the foundation of how the cup moves. Alright, so let's learn what the rest of the positions do. So a standard cup defense will have the cup, 3 mids, and a deep. This is where the zone concept comes in. The mids and deep are responsible for defending throws that enter their space and adjusting forward and back depending on where the throw goes. Here's what it looks like all together. Cup moves the thrower, mids and deep hold their space. Throw goes up, cup moves the thrower, mids and deep adjust back to keep spacing. Throw comes up, cup moves the thrower, mids and deep adjust back to keep spacing. Throw goes back, cup moves the thrower, mids and deep adjust forward to keep spacing. One of the most common mistakes with cup is not keeping shape. One person will come over, but the other 2 don't get there for some reason, and then the thrower is able to break. The cup is only effective if you can consistently keep shape and pressure on. As a mid, you really don't want to come down and take this person unless you have a good reason to. By doing this, you will end up leaving people open in the space that you were supposed to be covering, which most of the time doesn't end very well. You just end up giving up bigger plays than if you had just stayed in your position. It's not that you can't move from your position, it's more that the more you do, the riskier it gets. You can also play a 4-man cup, or even a 5-man cup, if it's really windy, You want to put a lot of pressure on the thrower, or only 2 on the thrower, with more help deep. Depending on what you are trying to accomplish, different variations of this can be more or less effective. If you still have questions or this video helped you learn zone for the first time, definitely let me know in the comment section below. If you're really struggling, check out my practice support feature on my website. Like this video if you liked it, don't forget to subscribe, be sure to share this with anyone you think could benefit from it. This is Ultimate101, and I'll see you next time.